Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I am back after YouTube hiatus, and I am back to cover Vladimir Kramnik, hopefully for the final time on this channel, unless he does something completely absurd, or we get more news that I feel obligated to cover in future. But after what happened with Daniel Naroditsky, we'll be covering that in the other two videos being released today, in the Daniel Naroditsky Memorial and the Daniel Naroditsky, they had the Content Creators Cup, Content Creators Tournament during that as well. I said I would not cover Vladimir Kramnik until the result of the FIDE Ethics investigation, and we have, during my hiatus, got the result of that FIDE Ethics investigation. It is really quite something, so let us cross over to it. So, here is the title: FIDE Ethics and Disciplinary Commission issues a decision in the case involving GM Vladimir Kramnik. The FIDE Ethics and Disciplinary Commission has issued its decision in disciplinary proceedings involving former world champion Vladimir Kramnik, and it goes on here. It mentions by name GM David Navara and the late GM Daniel Naroditsky, as well as further players. Following a comprehensive review of the evidence and submissions from all parties, the EDC found Kramnik responsible for multiple violations of the FIDE Ethics and Disciplinary Code. And then they go on. The chamber found that his conduct breached provisions relating to the right of dignity, respectful treatment, safeguarding dignity of individuals, bullying and cyberbullying, psychological abuse, responsibility as a role model, failure to cooperate with the Fair Play's Commission's investigation, and false or unjustified public accusations. This is what people have been calling out for such a long time. They do go on to speak about everything, but this is basically what the crux of the matter is. Having considered both the aggravating and mitigating circumstances, the EDC imposed a 2-year worldwide ban from participating in FIDE chess competitions or acting in official chess functions. The final 12 months, so the second year of the ban, have been suspended for a probationary period of 3 years. So basically, he's banned for the next year. And what happens is, after that year, if he does something again in the next 3 years, the remaining 12 months will be imposed and he'll be banned for a following year. In addition, the chamber imposed 12 months of unpaid service for the benefit of the chess community as a supplementary sanction. So yeah, that's basically it. There was a lovely tweet here. So this tweet by this person who I can't pronounce, you can see there was this tweet. It was July the 3rd, so this is coming out, about a week after it happened. FIDE put out this, and so basically this person has really summarized it quite nicely. Kramnik was accused of bullying. The victims listed are Dania and David Navara. Following the review, Kramnik was found guilty of bullying as well as violating human dignity. Initially, the Fair Play Commission demanded a 4-year disqualification and a €25,000 fine for Kramnik, but this was rejected. So what's happened is the 2 years. The ban includes working as an arbiter, an organizer, a coach, or a federation representative. Now that is very important, because who is coached by Vladimir Kramnik? Hans Niemann. The two have been working together, so he's not able to be a coach for any players. The last 12 months, as we said, are conditional, and he's going to have to do 12 months basically of community service. But do you think, ladies and gentlemen, that Kramnik is going to let this pass? Of course not. He's already, if you go onto his Twitter page, you can see all the stuff he's been doing. Here is what his thing is. His official statement regarding the EDC decision from the 3rd of July 2026. He just reviewed the text of the Ethics Commission's decision in case 12-2025. You've already prepared in advance the text of his appeal, which he intends to file in the coming days. He'll supplement it with new points regarding numerous procedural and other violations that he learned from the document that they put out. Without going into details, the number of gross violations of major articles of the FIDE regulations committed by the Ethics Commission in this case runs into the dozens. I'm absolutely confident that this unlawful act will ultimately be overturned, and I intend to pursue all necessary instances to the very end in order to restore justice, and in particular my reputation. Blatant and undisguised lawlessness must be and will be punished. Vladimir Kramnik. Just by the way, if you go on to his Twitter page, remember I am blocked so I can't like see a whole lot. I can't bookmark his thing, so I had to bookmark that other tweet. He's got Vladimir Kramnik, chess grandmaster and world champion from 2000 to 2007, advocate for fair play in chess. So what he's got pinned is this. He's finishing the chapter about fair play, exceptional report, 10 pages, and he's got stuff here. He's got a whole bunch of stuff, fair play reports. He's been hammering this decision. But ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that will be the end. So you can see the full decision of the ethics. You can click it there if you go on, and it'll take you to this document, which is 43 pages. So as chaired, alleged bullying. So this is case 12025. You can see here alleged bullying by Vladimir Kramnik, and it just goes on. I think, is there a summary? There is not. So, I mean, it's got a whole bunch of points and things like that. Examples, X. It's a really long document. If you want to read it, by all means, I encourage you to do so. What I may do is generate a summary of it and put it in the pinned comment of this video alongside with a link for the donations page for Daniel Naroditsky. But, ladies and gentlemen, the headline news. Vladimir Kramnik has been banned officially for 12 months. He has to do 12 months of community service, and if he does what we've all hated him doing in the next 3 years after his ban, he will be banned for a further 12 months. That is the breaking news. That is the major news headline coming out of all of this. The former world champion, he's accused of bullying, he's been convicted of bullying, cyberbullying, negligence of the dignity of human beings, and so on and so forth. Just punishment, probably here. Probably you could argue they could have been a bit stricter, but he's always been a very subtle operator. He's going to fight this, but I don't imagine him getting it overturned. And so, now, one line summary, Vladimir Kramnik has been banned.